All right.
Hey.
What's up?
Hello,
What is
everyone.
up? What is up,
Hey.
listeners? Welcome back.
If you're driving, if you're walking, if you're waking up from sleeping, hey. Hey.
Hey. It's your favorite hosts of the Bookgorls.
Me first,
will-
Hen.
Lead it. Yep,
This is Hen. Cozy Hen.
We've got Cozy Hen. And we've got Cowgirl, aka Savannah.
Mrs. Boopop.
Let me do a dab.
You could totally feel
Yes.
that.
That's me.
Yeah.
You could feel the dab that I just did. I feel bad for the audio only listeners. I'm really sorry, but if you missed it, I just did like an epic dab, which is so dated because I don't even think they do those anymore. But I did too. I did a couple, I think. So if you can picture that in your head. It was
10 years
cool.
ago when the dab was still a thing, when my friend graduated from college, I came back because I graduated a semester earlier than her, and we have this picture of us dabbing and in her graduation gown.
I love that.
It's we have to do it.
That's
say
amazing.
Goodbye.
I remember when the dab was a big deal. Yeah. It was a necessary thing. It was needed. It was such a cultural thing. Yeah. I love that.
Just a little dab on your way out.
But welcome back to episode 4. I know. Episode 4 brought to you by nostalgia of
episode
dabbing.
4, back at the barnyard.
We are back at the barnyard. And we're going to talk this particular episode. We've got a couple things that we're going to talk about. We're also going to be winging it a little bit. And I think I said this last podcast. This is not a professional podcast by any means. This is just 2 book girls talking books. And that's how it do be. So we got a little bit of a structure, but we're also just kind of winging it. So I hope you enjoy this episode.
Wait, before we get to anything.
Our first...
I know we're winging it.
Go.
And in the era of winging it, I think it's only necessary to put my head a little bit closer to the camera and to show you that I checked out for the wig.
Oh my god!
The spine has been... Look at this.
Oh my
the book.
God. Whoever was reading that was really digging in that book. They were digging in that book, twin.
The book is
They were digging it. Yeah, that book's been seeing things. That book's been seeing things.
They were jorking it to this book.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's a public book.
They might have been.
They could have.
It's very possible.
Now it's with me.
I am so excited that you have that in your possession right now. I am just so happy for you. I cannot wait. I know, and for those of you who don't know, I think it was first episode we talked about this, that you read Fourth Wing, but there was a lot of time in between. I don't feel like you had a proper experience. There was a lot going on. You didn't get to have it for a whole thing. It was a little bit, you finished it a year after you started it. It was kind of very drawn out. So I feel having the proper experience, I'm just so genuinely excited for you. I await. Yeah, you're holding a child. You're holding my baby right now. That's my baby. I really hope that you enjoy.
Yeah, the story you said is accurate. I checked it out on the app Libby, which is a really popular app. If you have a library card, if you like ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, newspapers, you can do all of that with this app, which is super cool. And I was okay, well, I'm going to do the audiobook first. It was a huge audiobook. It was 20 hours or something. It was very long. And I mean, the book only has 500 pages. only.
Yeah, the first book is not... first book in comparison to some other books that I'd be reading is not as long,
and
I would say.
The audiobook, of course, was due back in time before I could finish it, and I really only had like 5% left. And as I was listening to the book on a car ride, family trip, it expired, and I was like, well, what am I supposed to do now? So it, of course, had taken a lot of time to get back onto my account because so many people were reading it. But finally, you know, after we've talked about it for now 3 episodes, I said, I'm going to surprise Savannah. I'm going to get on the wait list. And my local library read my mind because there was like 20 copies available. And I got the one that's a little bit janky. But that's okay. They dug in their book twin. And so now I'm going to read it.
So that's only right for you to get that one.
Before the end of the month. So in a few weeks, if I don't have an update for you, then I've truly failed as a reader. So
I don't think so. You could never truly fail as a reader because you are amazing and incredible. But I will say, I believe in you, and I do believe in you, and I believe in.
And I know you'll ask for like updates. You'll be like, "So where are you at now?" So
I will be.
Where are you at now?
I will be. Actually, speaking of asking for updates, I have a couple people in my Twitch stream, some chatters, who I have fully convinced to read Fourth Wing, who have been coming to me with updates, and it has been giving me life. I just love living vicariously through them. They come in the chat and they're like, listen to what chapter I'm on. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay.
I know. I was like, I should just run back and put it up behind me, but, I'm now blurry. But, Girly is like...
Camera said, no, thank you.
Hold on. Fly or die.
Oh, shit. Fly or die. Exactly.
All right.
And we shall fly. We shall not die.
We've figured it out. I love that the excerpt on the back.
I love that.
A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider that their dragon is dead. I don't know if that picked up. Is dead. One of the...
I love that. Oh, sorry. Mars is... Every time I squeal, he comes running to me and he's like, Mom, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm good. I'm fine. I swear I'm okay.
In my feelings. One of the male podcast hosts that I listen to, who is Dan Howell of Dan and Phil, for any of my YouTube lovers out there. Dan and Phil fans, listen up.
Dan and Phil fans, shout out.
He had recently read the last book of the Empyrean series, and he was like, it was awesome. He said other words, but he's like, I just love my sexy dragon school. So, and I know how it is.
I love it too.
But I
can't get enough.
I'll report
back. I truly
back.
cannot get enough.
Yeah, I'll give you an update.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. What news to...
I know, surprise. I was like, so last night we were playing, Savannah and I were playing Marvel Rivals, and I was very close to telling you, guess what's on hold. But I was like, I gotta wait, because we're going to record the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you waited.
I'm excited.
Thank you so much for
thank
sharing
you for letting me say it.
I just love it. Do you want to continue your haul? Because you're kind of just starting off.
Yeah,
I feel like you can continue.
I have this suggestion of book hauls. Now, Savannah's is probably like more recent, with books that are like more everyone's talking about probably. My haul, my library does a book sale twice a year, and it's a great sale, and it all goes towards raising money for the friends of the library. So it's a super cool program and process. And so again, like the books are like dirt cheap. Like a hardcover is like $3. Depending on if
I love that.
If it was Fourth Wing, it would probably be like $5. But they price it out. And then this is just a random bag of books that I have laying around that I haven't put on my bookshelf yet because that's just how I roll. So I'll go through them.
It's okay. I don't even have a good bookshelf, so like I'm just flying. I got a stack of books beside me right now. We got no shelf.
All right.
Books on no shelf.
It's in a very crunchy bag, so you'll get the ASMR of it all.
Let's go.
Here we go. Crunch bag Supreme.
Let's go. We love it. All right.
Now, I can't really tell you what inspires me to pick up some of these books. Some of it is just, oh, this looks interesting. Okay. Some of it is maybe I've heard that author before. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm totally going to read this. And then I probably don't. So all of this to say,
that's good.
All of this to say that this haul was either from last fall or last spring, and it's still in the bag. So
that's okay.
The first book, Among the 10,000 Things. Looks like this is the quip in the back. This book is one of the funniest, most emotionally honest I've read in a long time. So
okay.
So that says that.
Funniest, most emotional,
honest I've ever read. I've read in a long time.
Okay.
And Oprah magazine said it was a twisty, gripping story that packs an emotional wallop. And I love a twisty story.
And I love an emotional.
And this is only $2.
So
yeah, so $2.
All
the books.
That's a steal.
We can run a tally.
That is such a steal. I have a really good used bookstore near me that I do really love. And I want to say a couple of the books that I have in my haul, actually maybe not in this one, are from that said used bookstore. But I love a used bookstore.
I mean, I'm really happy that like Barnes and Noble's getting a resurgence because a lot of people would buy their books off of Amazon, but more people are going to Barnes and Noble. And if that's what you can do, that's great. But if you are able to support like a local bookstore or even a used bookstore, that's even better.
Yeah. I've got like in rotation. I've got my like used bookstore that I love. I got like 2 used bookstores that I love. And then I have a local bookstore that I also adore. And then I have my Barnes and Noble because I'm a member there.
I used to be a member. The days.
Damn.
Those days.
Yeah. I just keep telling myself that they're paying me to read, but they're really not. But in my head, I'm like, they're paying me to read at this point. 10% off?
I mean, that's like avoiding the sales tax at this point.
Not really.
It's like tax-free weekend every weekend.
Girl math.
So I have a few other books in here. I love going to the young adult section since I feel like that's like my main thing. And I've read some Jerry Spinelli before, and now off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Yes.
I think he wrote Ringer, and
didn't he do Star Girl?
Yeah, I think so. And Maniac McGee. So I have this book from 2007. It's called Eggs. And I've never read it. Have you read Eggs? Oh.
No. I've never seen that book in my life, but Jerry Spinelli, I like immediately am taken back because Stargirl was like one of my like favorite books. I absolutely adored it. I think it was my entire personality of being in middle school.
Yeah,
I think,
this book must be before it because it's not listed in his also by Jerry Spinelli. But this was from 2007, so I mean that tracks.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean at the bottom here it says it's a powerful novel by Newbery Medal winning author Jerry Spinelli. Has much to say about friendship, loss, and recovery. So I'm ready for this like young adult to hit me.
I'm so intrigued. Some of them are like really hit so hard, you know.
Look at it, a little bit floppy too.
And it's just like perfect energy.
It's a pretty good flop. It's still not fully flopped though.
I got a good flop.
It is but it's giving like more flop.
Okay. It's not a 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I see
That's
that.
good. Oh, and this book also cost...
I like
this book cost $1. So $3. $3 already.
Let's go.
All right, I've got 4 more books in here, so I'll pick it up.
Okay.
I think this book... it's like dust on all of my books here.
Also, take
right,
your time.
I know this is our time.
Take your time.
I know this is our time.
You don't have to. You're like, I'll pick it up. No, it's okay.
This is our time. Okay. So this book attracted me because of the cover and book list says the premise is fractured fairy tale, but the play is pure noir. Chinatown via the Brothers Grimm. This is Dust City.
Oh, Dust City. Oh, the cover would have drawn me immediately as well. That's so interesting. For those of you who are listening, it's got like this really cool like wolf character, like anthropomorphic wolf character that's like done in a really like folk art kind of style. And it's got interesting text that has kind of like a little bit whimsy to it, I would say. And it says, who's afraid
of the big bad wolf?
What does it say? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Oh my gosh.
City. I love it. Oh, it's
that kind of, this kind of reminds me of your current book. No, but this, but the thing that, spoilers! But what it says, when your dad is the wolf who killed Little Red Riding Hood, life is no fairy tale. Whoa.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So again, I mean, an interesting book. Wait, any sort of... Oh yeah, that was nice, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice.
Font's pretty big, and it just seems like a really cool fairy tale kind of book.
The vibes just seem cool.
The thing is, this is also $1. The thing is, I buy books at this library sale like so fast. And I'm like, this looks cool. This looks cool. This looks cool. And I like, and now I'm like, these actually sound really interesting. I just didn't read them yet. This is the perfect time to do that now.
Yet. That's the thing. Yes. Didn't read them yet. And that's okay. It took me so long to get to... I feel like I had Fourth Wing for like a couple. Now I've come to back to reading for like relatively recently, but Fourth Wing was like one of the first books that I bought when I went out to like purchase some books, and it took me a couple weeks to like get to it, and I was kicking myself because I was like, damn, why didn't I pick this one up first? This one was fucking crazy.
The hype is real.
You know, the hype is real.
All right, I have 3 more books in here.
All right.
We'll continue with crunchy. Continue on with the blue theme.
Crunch. Ooh. Oh. Monogamy.
Any Sue Miller fans in the house? Drop it.
Yeah,
drop
Sue
it
Miller.
and
Shout
drop
out.
It now. I think this book was really expensive. It was $4. Yeah, you know, really expensive
that's breaking the bank.
By the book sale.
That's craziness.
World. I think this is kind of my guide of, I try to get into like actual fiction books that aren't just YA, and I was like, well, maybe Monogamy by Sue Miller, New York Times bestselling author. Here's just a little bit of it.
It looks like a book. It looks like a book that like my mom would read and would be like, this was a great book. Yeah. Oh, it's like the deckled edge where it's like torn. I love that. Look at that.
It's a deckled edge. I can't believe you knew that. That's awesome.
I do know that. I know that because
of art school. That's like how, like, I know what that metal, the metal around the shoelace was called. It's called the aglet.
What's that called?
I knew it. Okay, so Phineas and Ferb did an episode about it, but I knew it before then. I knew before then somehow.
So you knew pre Phineas and Ferb. I didn't even know Phineas and Ferb did an episode on it. So.
Well, they did an episode.
I'm glad I'm getting this kind of knowledge here.
It looks like,
thank you.
In this book, there is a twist. There's a twist of Graham and Annie have been married for nearly 30 years. They are pretty much know everything about each other, but then there's a twist. Annie discovers a ruinous secret, one that will spiral her into darkness and force her to question whether she ever truly knew the man who loved her. Monogamy.
That is tea. That is tea. That's tea.
Sometimes authors put like cool stuff on the naked book, but
that's intriguing.
The cover is cool enough. Monogamy.
So, yeah, monogamy.
That was $4. So that puts so far my 4 books at $8 for 4 books.
$8 for 4 books. You cannot beat that. That's such a like baller move. You're so cool for that.
I've given so much money to my library in the past 10 years, probably. I mean, they've been doing the sales forever, but I've gotten so many cool books from them. So it's been nice.
Books. Yeah.
2 more.
I need to check in to see if my library does a library sale. Because
Mrs. Afraid of the Library.
Yeah. I promise you all, I will be getting my library card
this year. I think you will love it.
I am very excited. This year, there's a guarantee of me going to the library. I'm gonna get over my fear of being perceived.
Yeah.
And being a little bit like nervous. They're just so cool there. Like they just are really cool.
Librarians are cool.
And I'm nervous.
But they're just mostly so friendly.
Cool. I want to be like them.
I think mostly friendly, cool.
Yeah, I know, and I'm excited.
I think it's either April or May. I think it's April. That's National Library Card sign up month. I think.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's actually perfect because I think May will be a very nice time for me to get my library card because I will be entering some time off work and it'll be like a perfect library
time.
Yes. Library
right, 2 more books in the hall.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Let's go.
All right,
I'm so excited.
I've actually checked out this book before, and then I didn't end up reading it because that's pretty much the typical for me.
It's okay.
Isn't this book so cool looking? This is Hollow Kingdom by Kira Jane Buxton, and it's like neon green. It's got a crow on it and a doggy. Helen McDonald.
I'm always down for
crows
really
and doggies.
Interesting covers. So I'm so down. This haul
Someone
has great
blurbs
covers.
it as transformative, poignant, and funny as hell. So I love that. Oh wait,
we love funny as hell.
Like octopus.
Like little blurbs, little
yeah, or
is that
squid?
An octopus at the top?
It's giving both.
Yeah, so interesting. Friends, this cover is so cool. It's very bright, very eye-catching, high contrast.
Eye-catching.
It's awesome.
Here's just a little bit about the story, and it was only $2, so that's running us to $10 for 5 books now.
Oh, that's such a baller.
Hollow Kingdom offers a bird's eye view of the apocalypse we all want and need. A dazzling, wholly original debut, revealing the great paradox of humanity's fatal flaws and resilient spirit. And it follows a domesticated crow and a doggy. Dim-witted dog.
Ooh!
Hollow Kingdom. Okay. And it looks like it's set in Seattle.
Oh, I love this. Okay, set in Seattle. Let's go. That's funny. We were just talking about the Pacific Northwest yesterday.
So yeah, I mean, this book has to have a cool naked book. Nope. Nothing cool underneath again.
Oh.
Fourth Wing might have a cool thing under their dust jacket.
I haven't looked at what my Fourth Wing special editions look like under their dust jackets. I haven't
nice.
stripped them down.
Let her breathe
yet.
a little.
Might be nice. Just let me just like
breathe,
take it off and see what's under there.
Find a little secret. And one more book. One more book.
Okay, let's go.
Crunchy.
I'm so excited.
The finale. Of the whole.
The finale.
This book I remember seeing in the YA section. I feel like a lot of people may enjoy it. Some secrets are life-altering. Others are life-ending. School Library Journal says that this book, in the Gothic tradition of Anne Rice, give this to fans of Stephenie Meyer's Twilight or HBO's True Blood series. It's Beautiful Darkness.
Ooh,
by
that looks
Cami
really
Garcia
good.
and Margaret Stoll. There's a thumbnail.
Interesting.
This is a fat book.
Now, it does look like a fat book.
What was your now?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I was gonna say, is it related to like the Beautiful Creatures series? I don't. I'm gonna say probably not.
It says praise for Beautiful Creatures, Book 1 in the Castor Chronicles. So I may have bought the second book.
then it must be.
I don't know.
Okay, so then you need to go read Beautiful Creatures,
I may have bought the
which
second book.
I will say is a beloved book of one of my really close friends. She's a huge Beautiful Creatures fan. I have not read Beautiful Creatures, but she absolutely adored it and really wanted me to read it. So that's something that you could also add to your TBR, Beautiful Creatures. If you've got Beautiful Darkness, you can check out those Beautiful Creatures.
It kind of feels like a... It feels like a...
It could be a standalone, maybe. Or maybe they just like maybe like in the Game Changer series, like it's like a different story, but it maybe has some interlaced parts.
I mean,
which is
I haven't read it. I haven't
love
read it, so it's not like I'm
that.
spoiled. But
so we don't know.
This book, to round us out,
we don't know.
It was $2. So that means I only spent $12 on 6 books. That's $2 each.
That's wild.
Tea, body tea.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the most recent of all of those books were, but I probably bought them like last year. So, I mean, saving so much money on books that are maybe a few years old, it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Those
are just some of the books I have not read.
I love a book haul to the listeners. You heard Hen. Check out your local library if they're doing library sales, because if you want to find amazing deals, I think that that's like such a great resource. Also look into like if you have any local used bookshops. I mean, I know I have one that's like incredible. Mine even has cats. Yes, they have cats. You can adopt a cat when you're
That's
at
my dream job.
Store. It's incredible.
Like my dream. I want to run that place.
It's like it's an amazing place. But they've got great selection of books. I love it so much. I have several that I've purchased there. And because I've just gotten back to reading, I feel like I'm still discovering, like I feel like I'm rediscovering my area. Like I'm finding new places to buy books that I've never even heard of, because I'm now just like so intrigued to like find cool places to go buy books, which makes me so happy, because it's like I've found new places to go and like buy books. It's cool.
They're all
it's
over.
Great. So
People like reading, apparently.
But, yeah. And I'm building my little library. I know. Apparently people have been reading for a long time.
I haven't picked that up.
Didn't even know. I had no idea
what people were doing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't have
it was a big bag.
haul.
I was like, maybe I should shorten it. Yeah.
It is a big bag. Are you ready? Well, no, actually, I don't know. I might have a bigger haul than I think, but this is my book bag, guys.
She back?
Oh, this is my book bag. If you're not looking, it's a Trader Joe's bag. It's pretty large. And this has some books that I recently purchased. At some I got at my local bookstore, and then some I got at Barnes and Noble. And it's kind of an array, I will say. I kind of am all over the place. So I'm going to show what I have in here. And we're kind of all over the place. I feel like you with your haul, you had a lot of different choices. So I feel like, you know, I have found since I started reading, I like reading a lot of things, and I have found that I obviously am very partial to the fantasy and romance genre. But I'm really intrigued to read other things too. So in this haul, I have a couple other things. The first book, though, I recently purchased because I saw the movie was coming out. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir.
I do know about this book. I know that he wrote The Martian, which I think I own.
Yes.
I haven't read, of course.
Yes.
But I do want to see the movie.
Yes. I know I wanted to see the movie too, but I felt like I wanted, knowing it came from a book, I was like, kind of like I bought Wuthering Heights, which I haven't read yet, but I have it. I was like, I see it's based on a book. I want to know what the deal is. And so I purchased the book. I don't know a lot about it. I haven't even read the back because I literally just kind of want to go in blind. I know. So I'm really intrigued by this, but this was one of my first things that I purchased in my haul. But yeah, if listeners are Project Hail Mary fans, please let me know. And I think this would be my first sci-fi, which is interesting because I haven't really read any sci-fi. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward. Okay. Next book.
Wait, I already know what that book is.
This is actually a book. This is a bookmark. You already know what this book is. I'm actually really excited about it. This is an adorable little bookmark from the little bookshop that I got this from. But you probably can recognize it's a thick boy. She thick. And it's The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon.
I honestly think I bought that book at a library sale. It's somewhere in this apartment. Somewhere.
Really?
I think so.
I am really excited about it. It's supposed to be like, you know, like really peak high fantasy. Samantha Shannon, people really enjoy. I know that she's written books like
it was like the Bone Collector, something, but I didn't want to be wrong.
Bones. I think it's the Bone Collector.
Season? Yeah.
Or Bone Season. I think it's called the Bone Season.
Yeah.
The Bone Season. Sorry to any listeners who were like, "Oh my god, it's the Bone Season!"
Gripping their steering wheel.
I know they're like, ah. But I am really excited about her. Savannah lore. I play Dungeons and Dragons as a hobby, and I think I didn't realize how much like fantasy I would really be interested in. I laugh at myself because like I played D&D. So I love like fantasy stories and I love all of that kind of stuff. I just like did not expect myself to get so into it as far as like reading goes, but I totally am. I don't know why I was, you know, withholding those parts of myself, but yeah. This I'm really intrigued by because I hear that it's high fantasy, great storytelling, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'm ready to dig in this book, and it's huge. It's massive. It's like,
I mean,
I don't know
guess
how many
like
pages.
700.
I gotta look now.
That's big.
Yeah, I want to guess similarly. It's 804 pages.
That's like enough reading for the weird.
804. Yeah, which is crazy pants. Like I can only dream that Rebecca Yaros's book 4 is 804 pages. Please give us that. Oh my god. I would be dying. Okay. Next book is one that I've been told to read. by a lot of people. And I purchased it officially. I was at Barnes & Noble, and it just jumped into my hands. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. Fine, I will get it. Fine. If you're going to jump in my hands, then I'll take you home. Nice. It is The Song of Achilles, which I have heard a lot of things about. And I know that a lot of people have a lot of feelings about this book. So I'm looking forward to reading it officially. And yeah. Again, another book that I read a little bit of the back. Like, I read a couple sentences, but I almost I stopped myself from reading too much further because I was like, I want to I like sometimes to only give myself like a little taste of a book because I like to go in with a lot less expectations.
What I hate is like getting full on spoiled. Like when you read The Dust Jacket, it tells you practically half the plot.
Yeah.
So
I read a couple sentences, but I didn't really fully read the whole thing because I really want to feel whatever feeling just comes from this book naturally.
I know a lot of people who like that one. It's been on my TBR, but I don't think I own it. I don't think.
Yeah, it's one that's been recommended to me by a lot of people, so I'm looking forward to it. And so now I'm a proud owner. Okay, last book is one that I was in the fantasy section. And I was just kind of browsing around. And this one, the cover kind of jumped out to me. And the title as well. But I read the back and I was like, okay. So the last book that I grabbed is called The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed. And it was in the fantasy section. It sounds really interesting. It sounds like there's like two, I believe, I mean, I'm not a full, I don't know everything about it, but I think this has some really interesting plot points. The characters sound interesting. It seems like two separate orders in this like fantasy world, and I'm excited to see like what that looks like. I love a fantasy book that has like some interesting like I guess components of like the world. I don't know. Factions and conflict, and it makes it kind of like have some higher stakes. I think that's interesting. So this one sounded a little bit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm interested.
The cover's beautiful.
And look at the cover. Like, it's very interesting. It's very bright.
Use like the negative space.
It's got this really cool colors. Yeah, utilizing negative space. Got some interesting pattern. Yeah.
Question.
So I'm excited about it.
When you're yes?
But yeah.
But you in the class? With your like art school background,
go ahead.
How much of your like, what you like about art kind of jumps out to you when you see covers?
I think a lot. This is actually tea. When I was in school, one of my first research projects that I ever did, because I was an English minor as well as an art major, was I did a research project all on book dust jackets, specifically in the design, like, and like on like why, like, people tend to, utilize different, design aesthetics and things like that when it comes to designing book covers. And I did like a whole little research project on it. It was like for one of my classes, and it was a small thing. It wasn't like a whole like big thing, but I thought it was a really interesting like project when I did it. And it does make me think about when I find a book, I like think about the cover now. I think more, because it is like it's a part of the book, that sells the book to you. It's the first thing you see when you're picking up a book for the most part. So yeah. And the saying goes like, don't judge a book by its cover, but it's like, I think we all kind of naturally, instinctually look at a cover and really think about it. So
yeah, I know that there's a lot of books out there that are probably good. I mean, that are from like, indie authors, but if you put AI on your cover, number one, I'm not going to read it. And number 2,
Boo.
I'm sorry if it's just like,
no, we are not.
If it's just if I just don't, it's not eye catching to me. I'm not gonna read it unless like a friend says, "Hey, I know this looks kind of ass, but you gotta read this."
Yeah.
Then I'll give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would agree. I second those.
Or
sentiments.
at least title your book something like eye catching.
Those are our book calls.
Like, this book is not ass.
Right? Truly. I promise this book is not ass. This cover
that's
may be misleading. I swear.
On the back,
I swear.
Promise. And that's our haul.
Oh my god. That is our hauls. So I have, and this is a little peer inside of behind the scenes of the podcast for the listeners. I have a running document for us that like I have like notes on, that just because I am that kind of person who needs that in my life to just keep me on track. And I'm looking at my notes that I have right now, and it says book hauls. The next point says silliness. And then the next point says update on current reads. So I guess we're
on the silliness.
We've now reached the silliness portion of the pod. So
somebody gets silly.
So do you have any silliness? Silliness to share?
I don't know. Silliness that I would publicly share too. I know.
I put you on the spot.
Let's see. All the silliness in my life right now is just with this podcast and playing games. That's pretty silly.
Truly. Hen and I were playing games last night, which was pretty fun. I would say that's silly.
Yeah.
Counts as silliness.
That is
our
silly.
Gaming.
We were having a pretty good time, but mostly talking about feelings.
We got really deep.
It was mostly Savannah that got really deep.
And I did warn you before.
I'll be real. But it was just like
sleepy.
it's like the moment of I've only read the first book of a series that Savannah's currently on that I'm sure we'll talk about.
Which we'll talk about for a little bit.
I understand. I understand. I can only get so much as relatable because I don't know.
Yeah, because you don't
I own the second book,
you don't,
but I haven't.
I know.
I'm gonna read Fourth Wing first. And I asked her last night,
and I think that's fully
which one you want me to read?
Correct. That's the correct answer.
And I'm not shaming you for talking about your feelings. Answer. I just felt bad because I couldn't contribute that much.
I know you're not. And that's why I'm fine talking to my feelings about you, because I know that you don't care and it's fine. And and that's why, like, we have such, for people who are listening to the podcast, like Hen and I stream on Twitch, and I feel like our communities and like my community and you and all the people that we like have connected with, like we're all very emotional people, and we're all very connected, I think, and like just sharing our feels. We get in our feels, and we've been chatting so much about books, and I am reading a book that we'll talk about in a little bit that like really really got me good in my feels, and not in a way that I was expecting at all. Very unexpected, very, very much unexpected. Yeah. And I've been emotional about it. Like I was crying earlier about
just thinking about it.
So I think I'm just sensitive, but thinking about it, and then I read something else. I'm like about halfway through the second book right now, and I read something else, and it made me just like immediately start to tear up again. I was like, okay. I was like, here we go. But we'll talk about that.
I'm ready.
I'm sure. I did say before we started. Are we ready?
We might as well just talk about it. The other silly thing is, and also talking about emotions. Like there's this kitten, out. My in my apartment complex, there's this kitten that has sat in the window like every other day when it's like sunny, and it just like sits there. It's a little black kitten. It reminds me of my cat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this kitten. Oh. I've named it a I've got a parasocial relationship with this kitten. With this little kitten.
With the kitten.
And I used to like walk up to the window. It wasn't weird. There's a sidewalk. It's like not weird. And I would like walk up to the sidewalk and be like, the kitty,
definitely not weird.
Whatever. Like, and the kitten would be like, hey, what's up? Just a cat. I'm just a cat.
Sup? What's up? In my window, like what's going on?
Looked out the window for some reason, and I'm just like, I would have never gone back. We have to move because it would have been too embarrassing. So we're just like,
we're actually moving apartment.
But it has been like 2 weeks since I've seen the cat, and I'm just like, where did it go? Where did it go? And my husband, where did it go? And my husband's
where did it go?
They probably just moved away. And I was like, why would they move away? Why would they move away? It's so great here. You don't have to pay pet rent. It's great. So
yeah,
we
keep
were
that kitten here
in our brains. Maybe it was a foster, maybe got adopted or something, or maybe they did move away. Possibly, but I had like the Delulu-ness of being like, before it vanished, like, what if I just like put a note under their door and be like, your cat's cute? Is that weird? Like, is that a weird thing to say? Like, don't sign it. Hi, your cat is cute. And just like, if you got a note under your door, like if you have neighbors and you don't know them and someone said your dog is cute, would you think that's weird?
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think I would think it's weird. I actually think it would be endearing, and I think it would be fine with
cute. I would be like, hi, your kitten is so cute. I've named him Smokey. I love him.
I would be sad. I would be sad that I couldn't like respond. I think that's the problem, because I wouldn't know how to respond back.
It's just, I wouldn't want to put my name down.
I'd be like, who left the note under my door?
Because what if they thought it was weird and then they blasted me on the internet being like, Cozy Hen's a weirdo.
They're like, this freak.
Damned if I do, damned if I don't, but I don't know where Smokey is. Yeah. So that's my silliness, and I was emotional over it. And my husband was like, Smokey, he's just a cat. Like, we don't know who he is. He's like, he's adopted. We don't know who he is. He's adopted. He is. Okay. And I was like, ah. So,
it's okay.
I'll just never know what happened. It's fine.
That's fine.
I just had to live with that. That's okay.
It's okay. I guess it's fine.
Just like you waiting for that fourth book from Rebecca Yarros. Crazy. It's okay.
It's okay. I'm fine. I'm like stalking her
refreshing for an update.
Rebecca, if you're listening, I promise I'm normal. I promise I'm being normal. I really swear. I swear it. I swear I'm normal. Okay? But
Are
love you.
Normal? Is she normal?
I don't know. Maybe not. Zayden, can you please weigh in?
I don't know. Rebecca doesn't say you're normal.
I think he would respond. Maybe.
Hold tight. Oh, I feel the same bands of energy. No, man. That's all you get to hear. Hurts like hell. The swelling made it nearly impossible.
So oh.
Okay. One more?
Okay.
Do you want to pick a page number? Okay, flip.
Just, flip around. I don't know.
Right
flip around. Well, go in blind. If you can't see this,
closed.
Hen is just opening to a random page in fourth grade and is about to read something. So go. Here we go.
I don't know what that means. There's no room for sorrow in my heart for 6 of the 8 names. That one's kind of, no one really knows what that means.
Shit.
6 of what names? Why are there names?
Nobody knows what that means right now.
Why is there no sorrow?
Why are there names? Why is there no sorrow?
Violet Soaringale.
Sorrow. Anyway.
That's not. That's her name, right?
That's crazy.
Not a spoiler.
That is her name, yeah. That is her name.
Yeah, not a spoiler.
Not a spoiler.
Speaking of spoilers, Savannah cried.
Gosh. Speaking of spoilers, I cried. If you're thinking right now, wow, Sav seems super like a little bit less energetic today, it's because I'm emotional. And I'm going through it. And I'm like feeling my feels a lot. I did start. I had a coworker. I have a coworker who reads. And for my birthday, I was gifted 2 books. And they were like, please read these. And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was skeptical because these are very popular books. There's a lot with these books. And I was like, I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. I'm going to try this out and we're going to be along for the ride. And the first book, I'll be so honest, I was not as locked in for. Like, I was like, it wasn't until the end, like the last couple chapters that I was like, okay, I think I'm here. But I started the second book and my entire experience has shifted. I feel like the world has opened up. And for those of you who are curious, I'm talking about ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I read the first. This was gifted. I read the first. And for those of you who are not familiar, it's super popular. It's big in like the romantasy. I feel like at this point everybody's familiar.
Yeah, I mean, if you know book talk, you know,
I think a lot of people know what we're talking about.
You know this.
You know. And I read it, and my coworker insisted that she gift both copies, like both the first and the second book. And I asked her why, and she said, "You will see." Okay, and I was like, okay. So when I finished the first one, I was like, okay, that was good. I didn't love it, but it was good. And then I started the second one, and I'm gonna say she was fucking right. This book is so starkly different in so many ways. In the writing, in the pacing, and in the way that I don't want to spoil too much, because I do think that going in blind is really good. But there is just some really, really interesting things that get brought up theme-wise. And I'm not gonna cry. I'm not. I'm good. I've already cried. But I will say that, like, there is, for me, and this is like lore, which I think we can get deep on this podcast a little bit, personal lore. I deal with a lot of mental health issues. I've dealt with them in my life. I feel when I read a lot of these stories, if I'm reading something that in particular that brings up mental health or brings up like the main character experiencing some kind of like mental health adjacent issues or tackling those kind of like experiences, I find myself so honestly just like so moved. Like I always do. But this book, there are like some points in this book that are like all too accurate to what it feels like to be very much like at a point of struggle. And I'm like getting emotional thinking about it right now.
Giving you a hug.
And it just is like so, I know, I want to give you a hug too. Here's my hug. And I'm hugging all the listeners. It's so different than a lot of books that I've read. Sorry. There's the main character, Feyre. Uh, and I guess here I'll say
spoiler free, but it's not spoiler free.
I'm trying to like talk
but
about
it
this
is.
without spoiler free, but maybe not spoiler free in this one part. There's like a point where Feyre's being she's looking at herself from another character's point of view. And this is after she's just kind of like been through a lot of shit. And if you read the first book, you know there's a lot of shit that goes down. And in the second book, there's a lot that kind of gets turned that you like aren't really expecting. There's a lot of twists. And it feels very accurate to, as much as this is a fantasy series, it feels very accurate to like what it looks like to be in a relationship that is not necessarily where you should be. And have a partner maybe that doesn't fully see where your needs are, especially when it comes to like mental health. And it's very accurate, like very, very accurate. And there's a point where Feyre is seeing herself through another character's point of view after kind of like all of this stuff. And the way that she describes just like seeing herself as this like shell, as this like person who's no longer really a person, it's just like a walking waif of of like a being, is so fucking accurate. Just like and like heart-wrenching. And I just like I pictured myself a couple times in my life where like I felt like seeing like hearing from a friend who like says to you like, hey, like, are you good? And I just like felt it very, very deeply. And it makes me emotional just talking about it. But I think that's something like it made me realize how much books, not just this book, but books in general, like we go beyond this book. There are so many books out there that really, really, like, I would not have done that kind of self-healing had I not picked up this fantasy book. You know what I mean? And I think it's amazing that there are books out there that allow us to think interpersonally, think about ourselves, and like heal a little bit and reflect without being like a self-help book. Because, you know, there's books out there that are made to do that are like a self-help book that are made to let you like really look at yourself interpersonally and understand those complexities of your mental health and all that kind of stuff. But to take a fantasy book and include those kind of like complex concepts and those hard things that we talk about or that we experience and put it in a palatable sense that like I, as a 29-year-old, am picking this up to enjoy a story, but then find myself reflecting upon these other parts in my life and these other parts of myself. I just think it's beautiful. Like, I don't know. I just truly like, I don't know. I felt so moved by it. And it makes me like so happy about books and reading in general. I just like look at the stories in a little bit of a different light. And I feel so like, honestly, I feel so extra being like that and being like, oh my God, stories, they're just like life changing. Like I literally feel like I'm skipping around and like Belle, like, oh my God. But it's like, I don't know. It's just something that struck me in my heart.
It sounds like you needed to like read something like that. I mean, I don't remember when those books came out. I think they were like 2016, 2017, maybe 2018. And
I think so.
I mean, maybe if you had read those books at that time, it may have helped you then. But I mean, the book's found you now for a reason, and it's
I know,
probably really, like you said, like really healing to have that. And even if it's just like it's a high fantasy book and it's a fiction book, but not taking away that there's real feelings inside of those to make those characters feel more human. So that's some strong writing to really kind of like pull you in to reflect, like put down the book and kind of like reflect. And I think that's definitely like a strong moment in that book.
And I think that's something that, like, if we even like look at Fourth Wing, there's some like themage in Fourth Wing that I think is like obviously can be applied to like real world issues or like concepts and things like that. And I think it's really interesting to consider like how much of the fantasy genre takes those things and kind of puts them in these like in a different context and really makes it like accessible sometimes, I think, for people to get that perspective that maybe they didn't realize. Like, it's not like you're reading like necessarily like this, you know, super highbrow, you know, nonfiction story, but it's like in a fantasy setting, it kind of like it gives this like I don't know, different perspective. It's really interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's my major update, guys.
Well, you know, you can also like
I'm emotional.
You can also get that in games too.
And A Court of Mist and Fury. Yes. Oh my god. Like, I think games, yes. And I think we know this so well because like we're gamers and we're readers. And there's so many topics and so many things that get brought up in games or in books and get addressed that give a different audience that kind of, you know, perspective and stuff like that. And I think, you know what also just frustrated me is that for so long I was writing off this book because I thought it was just deemed as like smut. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people put it as like, oh, it's just smut. It's very smut. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it made me like be like, damn, like I think that sometimes that stuff, whether it's Fourth Wing, whether it's ACOTAR, whether it's any of these other like fantasy books that we talk about or that we read, I think like if they include these spicy things, the rest of the plot gets written off.
And like, I was going to say that, but this all kind of ties together. They probably get put aside because they're both written by women. Like if a man, like what was his name?
Yes.
George R.R. Martin wrote Game of Thrones and there's a bunch of smut inside of there, but they consider that as high fantasy. And put it on, give it all the awards. Whereas, you know,
put it
Sarah
in
J.
HBO,
Maas and
like,
Rebecca
you know,
Yarros and you know everyone else, whether it's like Lee Bardugo and does like the Six of Crows zoology or you know, any of those other Cassandra Clare, like everyone just kind of puts those aside, and it's probably because it's written by a woman.
I would agree. And that makes me reflective as well. And also like not just that it's written by women, but it's consumed
because
by
it's
women.
Like a girl book.
And I think that like it's like deemed as a girl book. And I think that that's really, I don't know, it like really made me think about how much that kind of influence is like impacts stories
and who sees them and who reads them,
stuff like that. Who sees them, who reads them. Because there's just these points that like Feyre, I mean, I'm like near choking up talking about it, but like she finds her autonomy. Like she, like, I don't know. It just makes me emotional because I think that that's a story that is important.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's like talked about enough, especially in a high fantasy setting. Or even in books enough.
Yeah. Well, and there's the love there, but like the difference between the two love interests at this point is like where they put their value and who she is as a person. And I think that is also like so key as well, is that like we're putting these two like men that she has in her life, and we're looking at the ways that they treat her and the ways that they address like her as a person. And it just it's very, very interesting and very, yeah, it got me. It got me good. It got me really good. And I've been emotional about it for like a couple days, and still getting emotional about it, as you can see, for those of you
Zooming
listening.
in.
If you can hear it in my voice, I'm trying to hold back the tears, because it just, yeah, it really got me good. And I just, yeah, it made me really, really reflective on books in general. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, and it makes me look forward to more reading, like in general, whether it be this series or whether it be other ones. Like, there's just so many more stories to be told, so many more stories that I think I'm going to be so much more reflective upon when looking at them in that kind of lens of like, what kind of impact does this have? You know?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. That's my
and your spiel is valid. Don't think that it isn't, because you're allowed to feel feelings. And it's not like, for lack of a better term, like, it's not like, well, it's not cheesy to feel like moved by books or by video games or by movies or by music. And you know, that's just what makes you human. And like, that's
it is.
Okay.
It's the
that's
human
like cool
part
to
of
talk
us.
about.
Yeah.
I know that the author Christina Lauren, they're actually two authors together. Their names are Christina something and Lauren something, and together they write books together named Christina Lauren.
Yeah.
And all of their characters are female leads, and they're like mid-30s. And I've always, before I found them, I always tried to find like a book that was funny and like felt very real for a person my age, because every YA book was like they're 17 and every fiction book was they're like 40. And when I was like mid-20s, I was like, there's nothing for me. And Christina Lauren was a great spot. And they I feel like they really nail like what like a loving relationship is. Like, they'll have the main women character come from either, you know, bad relationships or just have never worked out, and then they finally find someone, and them kind of putting all of that emotion in there. There's some of the books that they write that are like, oh my gosh, like it puts me in a spot too of feeling like, one, like so lucky of like the person like that I found, and then rooting on, like rooting for the characters in the book. I'm like, this better end happy. This better end happy for them. And also just a lot of like reflecting on who I once was when I was younger, thinking those relationships were going to be like the end all be all for me. But just knowing that like every step, every person that you've had a relationship with, or you know, you were at whatever point in your life, like all of that happens for you to learn something after it. And no matter how long, you know, it takes you to,
I agree,
kind of recover, you know, you can take that time that you need.
Yeah. Well, and also like finding a partner who sees those parts, sees those like struggles, those flaws, those pieces of what make you a person and what make you those things. Like, I feel that very strongly right now about the one man character. He really sees Feyre, and he recognizes a lot of what's going on with her. And I see my own partner, like my partner Andrew has always seen my flaws and the parts of me that I like don't always. Oh my god, I'm getting so emotional. Love you.
Andrew, please come home.
Oh my god, but it's Andrew. But it's just like, it's those things that make you think about the parts that a partner sees you and supports you through. And I just, it just made me very emotional and thinking about past relationships and things that haven't worked out, and where I was feeling kind of like Feyre, where like I feeling very like, oh my god, this is so fucked. And like, I don't know, it just,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that is as spoiler-free as I think I can get. That probably spoiled some of it for people.
There's
I'm
always
sorry.
two love interests in whatever book you're reading, right? There's always.
Yes. Like, come on. Yeah, like, come on. And I'm not giving any, like, too much, but, yeah. Yeah. I will say, if you're someone who did read the first one and was like me, who was like, that was okay. It was fine. My coworker was correct. My coworker was extremely correct. The second book is mind-blowingly different. Mind-blowingly different. At least for me and like the experience that I had. And
I also love the black, like the whole black like vibe of it. It's really cool.
I know, she gifted this to me. Well, these I think are not. These are like special editions, which she gifted these to me because she knows I'm an art girly, and she said I thought these would look really cool on your shelf. Little does she know that the shelf is full.
There's no shelf.
So, but they are like all black, like they're very spooky, which is kind of cool.
They did a like the original cover art is like part of Feyre's body. It's just like like lips down, and I own the red one and the blue one. I own the first two, but then like maybe a few years ago they did a whole like redesign with all like the like animals, and they were all colorful.
It's all different. Like, now it's like these. Yeah,
and now it's a cool special edition.
They are very pretty. Well, this one, are the special editions, but I think it's like.
I love a good redesign. I love a good color. But I'm like, if she does another redesign, it's getting close to Taylor Swift levels of like vinyl reprints.
I hope that there's
not do like too many vinyl editions.
Lavender edition. Yeah, right. And I do know, I guess 6 and 7 are coming out in October for the ACOTAR series. I know she's got like a lot of series. I haven't decided whether I'm going to dive into them. I just was not expecting this kind of outcome, I think, from reading this series for myself. So
I was not expecting well, I mean, obviously, I mean, I don't know everything about your personal life, so I wasn't expecting you to like be like emotional chokeholded like by it, like the emotional like headlock. But
I wasn't expecting it either, and I'm only halfway through, which I think kind of also blows my mind. Like I'm not even halfway through, but like that's how much this part of the book really, really tackles some stuff that whereas like it just tackles a lot that like I was not expecting, and a lot of deep stuff and a lot of things that I just think are really interesting and important. And I think about like how like when you're at that point in this book, I feel like I was still like, what's going on? Like, come on, Feyre, ask some questions, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't feeling that. So I think that's the thing that's kind of blown my mind, is just like how I haven't even gotten halfway through this one, and there's just so much that has been addressed. There's so much that is happening, so much character development in that span of time. I mean,
like, the size of ACOTAR is like, you know, like as you said, like this big. It's small, and there's only so much of like setting up the whole world, and it.
Yeah. Like I'm looking at the two books together.
It felt like rushed. It felt, again, when I read this was like 2018, but it felt rushed, and I felt like I was missing a lot of information. And it was introduced to me like to every character in the world. And so again, I haven't read any of Akamath yet, but from what you say, I mean, it sounds like you just dive straight into, and here's trauma. Now we're going to start with all of her trauma, but now she has time to like reflect on things. So and it's 400 pages of reflection.
Well, and I think for me, like I agree with all those sentiments. It kind of makes me understand, like, I think we weren't supposed to know everything in this book. It was supposed to feel like a fairy tale. Oh my God. Like, Tamlin, oh my God, so,
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. Like, that was almost intentional in a way, as much as I didn't like it. I feel like it was intentional to have that kind of where she's not really asking questions. She's almost blinded by the, like, relationship. Sorry. Okay. Spoilers. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait.
but like, this is kind of spoilers, but it's like, then you get to this book after, and I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end of this book, but a very serious thing happens at the end of this book where she has to do something that like really, really, is, traumatic and emotional. And there's a lot that happens, which is why I felt like we got to the end of this book and I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. And then we get to this book and it's as if, like, now she's faced with the consequences of that. And she's faced with what that means for her. And she is experiencing it. And she is going through it. And she is reflecting upon it. And she's seeing her inner self and her character. And she's tackling this whole thing. And she obviously has, like, PTSD. And, like it's just, like, it's really going through it. And she's not being supported. And no one is seeing her for that. Nobody is seeing her for what she's just experienced, except for someone.
Kind of like a knight in shining armor gets brought up,
but it's like,
who knows?
We're like in knight in
shadows,
black leather. Oh, but it's just like. For me, it's that like experience of like, I don't know. The facade starts to be
a little tapped in, a little,
like tapped away. And it's, yeah. So like, I wouldn't say necessarily that like the beginning is just like all trauma, but it's a lot of reflection upon that trauma and a lot of like deeper experience from her perspective, from that experience from her. And I think it just like hit home for me, like very, very strongly.
What you could maybe say is ACOTAR is like the Wizard of Oz and ACOMAF's like Wicked.
Hey! If we want to draw some,
if you want to just kind of think of it that way.
Yeah, I think it truly, like there's like a little bit of pulling behind the curtain and seeing what's back there a little bit, and it does make me interested to see where this goes. But I'm just like, I was just pretty shocked. I was pretty shocked. And part of me, like, as I'm reading, I'm like, I think that was intentional. I think the whiplash was intentional. I think it was supposed to make me be like, holy shit. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes real quick. What's happening? Which I kind of, I should say, I love those parts of the books, because I think that, like, Rebecca Yarros does some similar things. Like, she really likes to turn things on their head. So I love that about books sometimes, is when you are reading something and you start to realize that like everything you are consuming may not be as it seems. And I think that that's an interesting concept. So yeah, that's the tea. Do you want to update on your current reads? Because I just took so much time and got real like deep in the feels.
Well, current reads.
And I'm
take a break. Sip your Spindrift.
Go.
Sip it. Sip your Spindrift.
I do.
Your raspberry lime. I love that one.
It's the raspberry lime. Didn't you say this was like you love this
when
flavor?
You sip it, I hope you think of me.
It's really good.
Anyway. Thank you. Last week, I was reading you about the gnawing darkness of Shannon Dean Hale's edition of Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Too Fuzzy, Too Furious. So I had about a week to read that.
Yeah.
And by the time, so I actually had it checked out for probably about a month. Didn't read it yet. Then when I offered it up to you as a maybe you should, let's see if we pick, if you guys listen to last the episode, you will know.
Yeah.
So it was actually due 2 days after we recorded that episode. But I was like, you know what? I'll just read it over the weekend. The library fine fee is $0.25. I was like, that's probably fine. Like, I'm just fine. Like, I'll pay $0.25, pay like $1 to the fines. It got up to be about like $2 for the fine. And I was like, you know what? I got like 30 pages in. I'm going to return the book. Whoever wants it right now, they can have it. Fine. Yeah. But I'm going to put it back on hold and make that person rush.
Smart.
Make that middle schooler rush so that I can read it.
Yeah, make that middle school child
so
rush
that I can read it. When they can be like, run like
scramble.
Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
Eat nuts, kick butts, and I'm going to try to pick it back up again.
Literally.
So right now that's on hold until I get it back. But I am going to be reading Fourth Wing since I checked it out with its broken ass spine. Again, like,
because somebody was digging in a book.
Like, wait, you can't really see it very well. It's okay.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. They were enjoying it.
It's fine.
You can totally see it kind of broken.
But it's okay.
Like, they were, and you know what? Now I can read it while eating. Like, it's flat. Like, she broke it.
Oh, nice. It's flat. She lays
fucking
flat.
Heavy. You got this, flat. Blank urges. Let her concentrate, blank chides. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Again, I've read it / listened to it / read it before, but it'll be nice to actually have the book broken in my lap so I can read it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you.
And I'll be like, I'm
so excited.
I have like a wooden pencil and let's like gnaw on it.
Yeah. You are gonna have to gnaw on it.
Gnaw on the darkness. But yeah, I had to return that because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm picking up Fourth Wing. I can't read this right now. It's
okay. And for those of you who watched the last episode, if you watched the last episode, I was supposed to start the Poppy War, and
you kept reading.
I didn't because I kept reading, and
so it's okay. We're tit for tat.
At least the segment was fun. The segment was funny.
Yeah.
And I think that's what matters. So, yeah.
Later April, maybe. May.
I don't know. Yeah. Let's do it again.
Next year.
May, June, whatever.
Next year.
A whole year from now.
Yeah.
Can you believe this is episode 4?
It's almost a whole month of it.
It's so crazy. Almost a whole month of doing this podcast. I am still reading my booty off, and I can't be normal about my hobbies, and so therefore I wrapped you into this, and I'm so glad that you came
I'm
along
happy.
with me.
I am. That didn't sound like it. I promise. I'm so happy.
I'm so glad.
For the listeners only.
I believe that you are.
I'm excited to actually read the physical book. I never had it. Because it came out over like COVID, right?
I'm excited for you. I think it's gonna be, obviously I'm so biased when it comes to this book, this series, but I'm excited for you, and I think you're gonna really like it.
For all you map heads out there, there's a freaking map in it.
Oh, the map's great. Okay. And I have a theory. I think there's going to be a new map in book 4. That's my theory. I think that there's going to be an updated map, I should say.
Like
in book 4.
Here's a college.
And that's the college.
I just want to play this on a D&D like game.
Basquiat. I know.
You know what? Screw your Hogwarts. We're going to Basquiat War College.
We're going to Basquiat. Yeah. Get out of here, J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling in your grave.
Ooh. We're going to Basquiat. Ooh,
now, where would
burn.
you live? Would you live in the dorms? Or would you be like hanging out in the Dragon Rotunda?
I'd be out in the Citadel.
There you
I'd
go.
be in the Citadel.
Okay.
That's where I'd be hanging. I'd be in the courtyard. I'd be going to the
Dragon
flying
Rotunda,
fields.
getting my Rotunda on.
I'd be avoiding the gauntlet.
Yeah, that sounded scary in the book, but we'll get to it. Pets you.
You'll so get to it.
It's just
Good pet.
Camera refocused. That's all we needed.
There you are.
So your current read, all you're reading is Akamath? You read a little of Beach Read.
Yeah. I can't read multiple books at once. I did read a little of Beach Read because I needed a moment. I had gotten emotional. I got way too emotional reading this, and then I needed some Beach Read.
That might be nice. Like a little little celery.
It was a little bit of it was a little kind of like a taste of something else, which I liked the first chapter. I just read the first chapter of Beach Read. It's Beach Read by Emily Henry. I read the first chapter, and it was good. I liked it, so I'm interested to see where it goes. I think I'll finish Akamath, and then I'll read Beach Read just so that I get a little bit less trauma. You know, get some happy romance for a little bit, and then we'll see where we go.
Yeah, maybe the most traumatic thing will be like they're vegetarian and they accidentally ate chicken. But that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be very good.
True. But if you want a lot of updates on which more recent, I guess, than just our weekly updates, because I stream a couple times a week. I've been talking a lot about it on my stream at Cowgirl Boop Bop, twitch.tv/CowgirlBoopBop. So if you want those kind of live, you heard it live. You can
live updates, and we sometimes do co-streaming. Sometimes, yes.
Yes, we did, which was very fun.
And I actually did read some of the Squirrel Girl book before I had to return it. But
yeah. It was almost like a live podcast in a way when we got to like chat. It was very fun. So if you're interested, you should definitely check us out. Twitch.tv/CozyHen and Twitch.tv/Cowgirl.
And we're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Bookgorls Pod.
And our Instagram at
Girls. Can't do
Bookgorls
girls.
Pod. Yes.
Girls.
You gotta be, it's the girls because we are
There's a
girls.
Fun
That's the
Meet
truth.
Us post that Savannah did like last week. So if you want to meet us, find out a little bit more about us, that's on Instagram.
Yeah. If you want to find out more about us beyond our first podcast ep, which I can't believe it's been like, it's going to be almost a month since we posted that, which is kind of wild.
I know, it's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
You were 28 when we started recording, and now you're 29.
I was.
Yeah.
It's wild.
You lived a whole year before.
I aged.
You lived a whole year.
Yeah. I fully aged. So wild. But yeah. Do you want to add
just
anything?
Hang out on Cozy Hen on Twitch. I'm on Instagram, Cozy Hen TTV. Sometimes I get crazy on Threads. Cozy Hen TTV. Forget about it over there. I'm always like talking about Pokemon and Survivor and a mix. There's a bunch of stuff happening there. And my 3-year anniversary of my first time starting to stream is in April. And I haven't yet to pick a date. So that will be happening this month.
That's so crazy. I didn't realize we were so close in our anniversaries because my 3-year anniversary is going to be in May.
Yeah, when you said that on your stream the other day, I was like, wow, wait, we're really synced up.
A month apart. Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
We are
synced up. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's really crazy. Oh.
Are you my sync?
Damn. I swear.
I have to check if you're my sync later.
I swear.
I swear. This has been fun.
I was just talking about this. I think Twitch is so crazy. Like, I just think it's crazy that we met each other like through like a video game streaming app, and
now here we are. I know.
Now we're doing a podcast about
completely different
and yapping, and we've met IRL, and like it's just like so crazy.
We have to
me.
plan
like,
our in-person podcast,
guys. Yeah. We do. Shout out, people. In-person podcast will be coming at some point. Shout out. We have no
set date.
No set date on that.
No way of knowing. Happen. Bring your own mic kind of deal.
We have no idea. We will leave it up to the book gods.
So we're only reading women.
The book gods and goddesses. Women authors.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Honestly, I don't think I've read a male author.
I don't think you have.
There's no male authors over here.
Why would a man be there?
I don't think I have. And why would a man be there?
Why would a man be there? Yeah, I don't
Why would a man be there? Literally. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So it is Women's History Month all year round.
And Pride all year round.
And and Pride all year round. And all of the things. Because hell yeah.
Well, episode 4 was fun. I was messaging Savannah. I was like, what should we talk about? And she was just like, we're winging it, Tune.
We're winging it. We're going to be wingdings. And I did get almost emotional. So I think I'm going to put as the podcast title, Emotional. Which maybe that's clickbait,
emotional. But we'll get like arrows pointed at us. And I'm like, and you're like... Yeah. Perfect. Already have it planned.
But we do have it planned. But yeah, thank you so much to the listeners for supporting us. All 3 of our episodes have been just like, I think, getting a lot of love from our, whether it be our regular chatters, whether it be people who are just, I think, coming across us
YouTube.
On the podcast, on YouTube. And I'm just so... I know. Hi, guys.
Before we actually leave, though, I need to show everyone my shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Go. Oh, yes.
It's the New Yorker.
It's so good, guys. The New Yorker. It's got a cat. There's some yarn.
That's pretty much it.
It's so good. It's so good. For audio listeners, it is an excellent shirt. And...
I have to tell you,
it's really good.
I went to this shirt is at least 10 years old. The reason I bring that up is because it has like a little bit of cracking in it. It's not bad. It's just like a little bit of ink cracking. You can kind of see it.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit of ink cracking on the white.
A little worn.
So I went to like 10 years ago. I went to like a place where they make t-shirts. So they put ink on the t-shirts. Yes, a screen printing
like
place.
A screen printed. Yeah.
And I'm wearing this shirt, and the guy like points me out, and he's like, "Yeah, shirts like this, like shirts like that one, will like never make it because white on black will crack instantly." And I was like, "What the hell? Like, what are you saying? Like, this shirt's white ink on black shirts." Is the most common thing. Like Metallica, like the Beatles have it. Like
I was gonna say, I feel like that's
like
from a design perspective, that's like the highest contrast to like design.
And so here I am, 10 years later, and it still looks great. And the font
it still looks great.
Fall off. I mean, it's a little bit thick, but they really like put a lot of work in it.
But that's also like wear. And I'm gonna be so honest, I love when a shirt gets a little bit worn. It's got a little bit of that, like it's got an energy to it. Loved. It's been loved. And I think that's like
and
the also, vibe.
Why would you
I mean, I thrift a lot of my clothes because of that.
I'm on a tour at your business. Why would you point me out and embarrass me? That's a piece of crap shirt. It's gonna fall apart. And I'm like, I've had this for at least like 3 years. So
That's wild.
It was
that's
weird.
Like, that's tea.
Yeah, where is he now?
Where's that guy at?
Where's he now? He probably thinks
Yeah,
Avatar smut. Get out of here.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, he's probably like, women writing books?
Get back in the kitchen.
What?
That's probably what he thinks.
Probably what he thinks.
He just didn't understand the New Yorker. I don't think he get it.
Yeah.
I don't think he had it in his hand, but every time I wear this shirt, I think about it. I'm like, screw that guy.
Yeah,
I hope he doesn't sub.
Truly.
But thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
Or you can subscribe us.
Yeah, you can hate, comment.
You know?
Just be nice about it a little.
To keep up. Yeah, like don't be
weird. Don't be weird, but you can also say like, I hate
real
that
hard.
And that's fine.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Honestly, I'm open to all criticism. Like, I have a feeling that, like, I got really emotional about this book, but there may be people that are like, I did not get emotional about that girl.
They'll be like,
chill.
This is the Cry Girls the Cry
and that's fine.
podcast. And we'll be like, yeah, welcome.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh my God, such a cry baby. Which is what I think about whenever I cry on stream, which for those of you who don't watch my stream, I cry on my stream there enough times that it's become a thing. People say it's crying in the club. And I'm like, I am crying in the club right now. I get emotional. I'm an emotional person. I'm sensitive. So, fair warning for this podcast and other content that you see of me, I cry. And I've gotten to the point where I can't really control it, and so I cry on main.
Yeah.
I'm out here crying on main. So if I'm on the stream and I'm crying, or I'm on the podcast and I'm crying, just know I'm okay. I wear my feelings when it comes to my emotions, like those kind of emotions on my sleeve. I think I'm just very open with those. So fair warning, everyone.
We'll cry for money. I'm actually gonna cry for free.
We'll actually cry for free.
Sob for money.
I won't require any funds. I will just cry.
Yeah.
We'll cry unprompted.
Cry for views? So. No.
Yeah.
It's just cry. It's just cry.
No, we'll just cry.
Sometimes that's me. Like I'll like I said, okay. Where's my neighborhood kitten? I cried in the car before I got here. You know? Where's the kitten?
Yeah.
I will never know.
And you know what?
That's fine.
And I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine and valid.
Thank you.
You're valid for that.
That's it. I have no more shirt stories. No more kittens. That might be us. We'll talk next week. Thank you.
It was a great story though. But yeah. We will see you all next week. Episode 5. Cannot believe we're hitting 5. Halfway to 10. That's crazy. But thank you all for listening.
Yeah.
And we will see you
next time.
In the next
Start digging in your book. Start digging in your book.
Oh, wait.
Start digging in your book.
Start digging in your book, twin. That was perfect. I like, every time we do that, I think we're like gonna get better at it, but then we're not, and I think it's fine. And I love that we still say
it. Start digging in your book, twin.
Your book, twin.
We can like organize something later.
Thank you.
Night.
Thank you. It was
Bye.
amazing. Good night.